Alrighty, how's it going everybody? 1 of 1 back again, and we are in Space Engineers. You know, it's kind of funny, every time I say that, I hope that I get the game right. Because there's also, like, stationaries, right? Which sounds like Space Engineers, but, like, I don't know, I'm always worried I'm going to say the wrong one. Anyways, we are back over here, and in the last episode, we made our little platform here, and we're gonna start attempting to build the drill today. I already have those out, so that's good. Okay, so why is that a different color? Shouldn't that be like a greenish? Anyways. Okay, so let's see, I'm gonna need the intersection one, right? That's the corner, there we go. So there's the intersection. And we're gonna run this out to either side. Oh, and this is the wrong color. It has to be this color. So let me change that. Change that. Good to go. Alright, so there is that. Now we can go to, it's a T-junction, go back to the normal beam blocks, and these will go across, and the platform will be built on top of this. So think of this as kind of like the support, and we'll go out 2 beyond that. Okay, now we go over here. Good. And then we'll go 2 more on this side as well. And now this just goes across here. There we go. Alright, so there is our rather large platform. Okay, now, next thing that I'm going to put on here is a catwalk around the edge. So that's why I left these little 2-foot overhangs here, or two block overhangs. Let's see, we're going to go with... here. Oh wait, no, that's got to change. That can't be that. And then this will go over here, and we will continue having that go this way. Okay, so there is that. And we want to go here, and we need that one more time over there, and then this can go over here, and then that can go that way. There we go, something like that anyways. So this is just going to be kind of like a little walkway going around the entire platform. We made it big because we're gonna need it to be big. And let's see, that is going to go here, and I'm going to try to get the pattern correct, right? So this one going that way will extend 1 beyond the beam here. That one going this way will extend 1 beyond the beam here. On that side, we'll extend 1 going beyond the beam over there, and then over here, 1 beyond the beam over there. So, it's the thought anyways. Okay, so... that way I can sort of deal with the fact that it's not completely lined up properly. so that goes there. Good. There we go. All right. Now this just goes the other way. Or, no, that one's got to be facing the other way. Yeah, that one's got to go that way. Okay. And then we go to this one. Good. So that goes to there, and I think I'm going to run out of... I got 3 more left, so I have to go and grab some more. All of these can go. Let's see. Cargo. Why is this? Oh, that's large storage, not cargo. Okay. Whatever, it's fine. Grab 100 of those, grab a few of these, maybe like 100 of those. It should be good. All right. Let's see. Okay, so that one extended over, so then this one gets to extend over this way. And then this one goes over there. That is good that way. And then with this will be good this way. Alright, so there is our platform all done. Alright, so now the next thing that we're going to need is, well, some sort of a structure on here. And then we have to find the middle. And then, man, this is going to be not fun. So let's see, if I go over 2, would that be fine? I think that'll be fine. All right, so I'm going to take out that block there and replace it. We need a T-junction, so that's got to go that way. And then I also have to take out this block and do the same. Okay, and then we'll go over here, so 2 over here. And then I should be able to take out this one too without breaking anything. Yeah, alright. And then that can go that way. And let's see, skip over 2. And that one can go there. Alright. That goes there, and this goes here. Good. Alright. Next. Good. Okay. Now, I need to go back to these regular beam blocks. And this is just going to be additional supports. And then we're going to lay everything on top of this. I was thinking about doing Lord Renegade 926, welcome, says hello. Yes, I'm just going to keep on building over here. And then this is, let's see, I need the, there we go, beam block junction. There we go. Put one of those over there, not over there. Oh, I forgot this one. Dang it. So how you doing, Lord Renegade? What's going on? How are things? Alright, so now that we've got that, Lord Renegade says he's doing good. That's good to hear. Alright, so go, and there we go. Okay, so now we have at least enough of stuff on here to build some sort of a structure. Lord Renegade asks, how's it going for you? It's going. This is 1, 2, 3, my 5th video today, I think. So I've been a little busy, just a little bit though. But it's good. Things are good. Tell you a secret though. Today is actually my birthday. So this is how I am spending it. I ordered some delicious food from Olive Garden. The one, like some Olive Gardens that I've been to are not so great. The one around me is really, really, really good. So I got that, and like they gave me a little coupon for like a free dessert. So I got a free dessert waiting for me in the fridge. So yeah, it's been a day of me doing what I want to do, which is exactly what a birthday should be. All right, so now we have to figure out how I want this drill looking thing to work. Now I have to keep in mind the functionality that I want this to have, and that's going to be complicated. So that is why we built the monument to Lord Clang over there, so that way he can oversee my work here, and hopefully bless it with no Clang, because I have a monument to Clang, right? So Bowabix says, happy B-Day, big guy, and welcome. Lord Renegade says, happy birthday, sounds like a delicious birthday meal. Yes. I got, so the breadsticks, obviously, those are good. And then I got the chicken and gnocchi soup, which is my favorite from there. Like, hands down my favorite soup from there. And I got chicken Alfredo with mushrooms and broccoli, and I love steamed broccoli on like any kind of a noodle thing. That's just delicious to me. And the chicken was amazing. I mean, I actually still have like 3/4 of it in the fridge right now. I'll just eat it tomorrow or something, but it's a lot of food. And then technically I got 2 desserts because I would get one for free. So I got the black tie mousse cake pie thing. So that's gone already. that was also delicious. And then I've got the chocolate lasagna, which is like a cake interlaid with I think like there's a mousse layer and then there's a cream cheese, like cream cake or cheesecake layer or whatever, and it's just like there's like 6 different layers or 6 sets of layers, and it's really, really good. So I figure since it's my birthday, might as well treat myself, right? All right. So how do we want to do this? So, to give you an idea of what I'm planning here, we're going to have a large upper section here, and it's going to have a piston or 2 connected to it, and that'll just go down, right? And it'll go up and down, right, as pistons do. Now, the complicated part. At the end of the piston, or the end of the last piston, is going to be a connector. And then that connector will then disconnect and reconnect, right? So what we're going to have after that is a set of pipes with 2 connectors on either end, right? So then what's going to happen is as you put one, so you'll have those connectors, right? And then at the end of those connectors, you'll have the actual drill head, which will be, way down here, right? Now I have to have a magnet or like a boot, and by boot I mean the landing gear, on the bottom here that pushes in and out to hold the shaft, right? So that way, so once this thing extends all the way, and it can't go anymore, the boot will come out, hold the shaft, the connectors will disconnect and then retract, and then I need to bring in another connector that'll be stored somewhere around here, and then that'll get put in, and that's also got connectors top and bottom. So then you'll reconnect the connector on the bottom, reconnect the connector on the top to the pistons, and then once they're all connected and going down through here, then you retract the boot, and then you can push the pistons down again, and they'll just kind of do their thing, and then the piston or the drill head in here is going to be ginormous. And when I say ginormous, I mean ginormous. But that is the idea that I've got, and I don't know how well it's going to work, but I'm hoping it won't induce too much clang, because this is complicated, to say the least. Okay, so what we're going to need is we're going to need the middle block here, and then that middle block is going to need some sort of backing, something solid anyways. And I kind of want it to be, I don't know, like an interior block almost, like an interior wall or something, or maybe we do like one of these. So if we set this down like that, right, that kind of gives us, kind of like a thing, and it looks like it's, a good place for a piston to be. And then the piston itself, and this is the boot piston, so that will go there. And then this has to extend out. So minimum distance is going to be 2.5 minus whatever that offset is, which is, I think, about 0.1, 0.2. So we'll say minimum distance is going to be 2.3. So let's reverse that real quick. And we'll see if that kind of stops exactly at the edge, because that's kind of what I'm wanting. All right. Okay, so it looks like we can extend this out a little bit more. Okay, so 2.35. Oh, that's too much. No, that's actually good. Okay, so if 2.35, so that means that this offset is 0.15. in case you guys are wondering. All right, so now that we have that, I don't necessarily need a boot on here. I could just as easily use this, but I also want to see, yes, that's the only thing I have for landing gear, or for that. And that's, I mean, it feels too big for what I'm trying to do here. So we're gonna go with a smaller mag plate, or let's see what this looks like. Way too big. Way too big. Okay. So we'll go with this then. All right, so that has got to go out to the middle and then connect. So I get to see where that's gonna be. And then this thing I'm just going to turn off for now so that way it doesn't auto lock. And then we will reverse this. Till it gets to about right there. Well, about right there, meaning like the edge of the block. Oh, no. Okay, so we want to go a little bit farther than that. Okay, so that's about 9. Is that enough for that to lock on? It is. Okay. So then we're going to make this 9.15 for our max. That should be good. All right, now if I disconnect this, let's see, switch lock. If we turn the auto lock off, it will only lock when I tell it to, which I think is what we want. And then this will then reverse as soon as I tell it to reverse, of course, 0.5. Okay. So it puts us, yeah, right about where we want to be. Not so far that it actually pushes anything off to the side, but and then we have to name this, so piston drill shaft magnet. And then this is mag plate drill shaft. This will be important later. Okay. So that is going to be how we hold our shaft in place while we disconnect up here and then throw in another shaft in the middle. All right, so that can go into there like that, and then with that out of the way. Okay, so that is the first part done. And that is what it looks like. I actually think that looks fairly good with that on there. Okay. All right. Okay, so we've got that settled. Okay, now for the next part, I'm going to need another platform, so I'm going to go with some more columns. And we'll just make this like 2 blocks up, and then we'll make kind of like our primary platform go over there. And then what we build around the edge here could be, I don't know, rooms, offices, something like that. We'll figure it out, but I don't need to figure it out right now. Okay, so now that we've got that, how does this need to look? I'm thinking we go with sort of like an inverted pyramid look. Let's see, yeah, we'll just run this across. And then in this area, we'll go with something like this, I guess. And that will make our support for our upper platform. All right, and that goes to there, good. All right, and then this is gonna have to be, let's see, this block going in there. All right. Well, that's not right. Is it this block? Yes. Now the only problem is this will make chamfered edges. Not sure if that's exactly what I want. But I mean, my only other option here would be to go with this. Which, you know, I can do. And then we'll go with that going that way, and that going that way. And then over here, we do have this, which will give us a square edge. But yeah, this, like, we don't have a block that goes across like that. So that's about as good as I'm going to be able to get. But I think that should work. This across, and we'll get this across. All right. Now, something I kind of want to consider here is that we made this using the battered armor, and we made that kind of clean looking, and I'm thinking we should probably do the same thing with these. So let's do that. And that just means that, you know, the people who are working here are paying special attention to these supports to make sure that they don't freeze, rot, whatever. And I always try to make like a storyline with whatever I'm building, or at least a theme, because then like not only does it help me with the creative process, but also it can sometimes lead to interesting things that I would not have thought of without it. All right, so that needs to be over here, and then that needs to go there, and that needs to go there. Okay, and then this can go here, and here. All right, now there's that. And then this just needs to go over to there and over to here. All right, so that should be good. Okay. Now for the inside part, I'm gonna go with just a 45 directly up, but I want this to be maybe something different if I can. Like, what do I have that's in the shape of a 45? LEDs, I suppose. Which, if you think about it, might not be completely crazy. Because you're going to want a lot of light. Like, kind of downwards, right? So by having these here, and I can put them on like a soft white or just a straight white screen. That should project at least a little bit of light into the middle area here. And then what I can do in these corners is go with just a true corner. No, that's this one. Too far. There we go. All right, and then if we take a look at this, we can make this be text and images, and all we're gonna do is change the background color to 255, 251, 245. And then we'll make the foreground the same. Or is it, no, 251, 250, that's what it was. So 251. Now this particular value that I'm using here, this is a soft white. So that is good there. Gordon McAllister, welcome. Greetings, engineers. I apologize for my tardiness. You are completely fine, sir. That should work there. Now, what I can do is copy all of that, except for the name. And copy that over to here. Except it doesn't actually copy. Dude, if I have to go through here and change all of this manually, that's going to be annoying. Really? So it doesn't actually copy everything? Why? We've got all the stuff here, right? So copy everything except for the name, which includes all of those colors. Okay, copied 15 things, but it's not letting me paste it. Well, that's... yeah, it's not even doing anything for me. Okay, so if we have to do this all manually, then we might as well just get it done, right? Now the idea here is that this will create a little bit of light around here, kind of centered in the bottom. Now is there, I mean, like, I know that I have the inset lights, right? But that's not like at an angle. So yeah, I can't really use that. I really don't want to go through here and change all of these things manually, but annoying. 251, 250, 245, good. 251, 250, 245. All right. So basically what it's going to look like once everything is working. It'll just be like quite literally just, it'll look like there's lights in here. And that's the only thing I'm really going for. But I don't want to have to do that another 15 times. Annoying. Like if the copy and paste thing just worked, I wouldn't have to worry about this. But apparently it doesn't work. For LCDs anyways. Dr. Close Enough, welcome, says, 0 birthday today? Yes. Tis my birthday today. And I need energy. So I don't usually celebrate my birthday. That's just because growing up as a kid in a, not so well-off family, there wasn't always a lot of money for presents. And so my birthday presents always got wrapped up into my Christmas presents. And so sometimes like I'd get like one present from each member of the family and it'd be like, hey, this is your Christmas and your birthday present. And so then, just became a thing to where I would just basically not celebrate my birthday. So here I am working. All right, next. Gordon McAllister says, well, happy birthday. Thanks for sharing your birthday with us. You are quite welcome. Thank you all for joining me for my birthday. I do appreciate it. Dr. Kosnov says, happy birthday then. I'm already on glass 2 of my wine because I totally knew it was your birthday. Absolutely. All right. But I don't know, like, I think on your birthday you should do what you want to do, right? And this is what I want to do. So I'm doing exactly what I want to do. And if it involves filling out all of these LED terminal things until my brain goes insane, then I guess that's what it is. Okay, text and images. I mean, technically I just have to change like this one. But I'm like wondering, because like the text is white, right? And it's gonna say online, so is that actually gonna show up in there? Are you gonna be able to see it? I don't know, we'll find out. No. Okay, so that makes it a little bit easier, I suppose. Alright. 251, 250, 245. Good. Okay, next. And if you're asking yourself, Zero, why do you keep doing all that when you can just copy and paste? Because copy and paste doesn't work. That's why. Works for everything else. Lights, great. LCDs, not so much. Wait, no, I don't need to change this one. I need to change this one. All right. There we go. 5 left. All right. Get her done. There we go. 251, 250, 245. Good. And then this one. Let's see. Nope. Wrong one. This one. There we go. 251. 250. 245. Dr. Kosanov says, I wonder, can you not select multiple LCDs in the menu and adjust the settings so they apply to all? That is a good question. Let us find out. If I change them all to text images, I cannot. If I select just two. Oh. So it works if they've already been set up. But if they're not the same... So if I had done that from the very start, I maybe could have done that. But because I didn't... yeah. Oh well. It is what it is, right? I only got 3 left. Two left. And 1 left. And my computer is making the room very warm right now, so I'm going to open up the door as soon as this is done, because warm. All right. I changed the wrong thing, didn't I? Of course I did. Yep. There we go. All right. See, Dr. Kosanov says, as someone that always looks on the bright side of things, you learned something new without having to be injured or injure someone else in the process. We'll go with that. That'll make me feel slightly better about having done all of that manually when I didn't have to. Right. All right. And there is a rust freighter up there. Yeah, it's fine. We'll leave him for now. Okay, so we've got all of this stuff kind of set out. That is going to make that kind of bright in the center there, which is kind of what we want. We're going to want some sort of shielding, but it's got to be like a center block, and I want it to be like thin like a panel. I don't think we have anything like that. Unless this comes in center blocks, no. I mean, I could put, like quite literally, I could put a panel in there that goes in the middle. But I don't think we have like, you know, a thin block that goes like that. It's fine. Whoever's over here is just gonna have to be careful. I mean, something I could do potentially is just use a bunch of these around the edges and then use that for the corners, or use that for the corners. How is that going to look here, though? Is that going to be dark on the outside or the inside? I mean, that could work. Maybe. Kind of keeps everything separate a little bit, right? And then, you know, in case anything flies off at this inside of here and flies out this way, at least it'll hit this and protect whoever may be walking through here. And then plus, you know, kind of adds a cool effect, I guess. I'm going to go up to that rust freighter because I don't know how much iron I have left, and I know I'm going to need a lot. So we'll just take that little ship over real quick, and it should be fun. So, and plus it's like only 5 kilometers away, so it's like getting pretty close. All right. That'll go 5 kilometers. Should basically put us right in front. Okay, or looks like we missed it by a little bit. Okay, can we just zoom out, sir? Why are you zooming in? Wow, how far did I overshoot this thing? Oh, there it is. It's down there. Hey, buddy. Do you mind if I come say hi to you? All right. Sure the guns have optimal aiming distance. Okay, now that we are moving, I have to paint. So let me get the color correct. Dude. This isn't even a fair fight for this little guy. Now that we are within range, the Bobs should be making quick work of this. Yeah, they got no chance. No chance at all. They being eaten alive. Oh, he's running. He's running. Can't run very far, though. Just have to keep them within range. They're definitely faster, but I think I just ate them the rest of the way up. And they were running towards my base, too. That's not cool. So, they got eaten quite quickly. So that's good, I guess. And plus we got to go closer to the base, so it's not so far of a journey back. Alright, so I'll wait until I get to 0 degrees, or 0 meters per second, I should say. And then I will adjust and move forward again. So if we take a look at what the assemblers are doing, especially in here. So we got some stuff, not very much. A lot of thrusters, so that's good. And that's just assembler 2, so assembler 1 has about an equal amount of stuff. Not too bad. And then if I check my ores, did we pick up anything new? I wouldn't even know if we did, so I guess it's fine. Dr. Kosanov says, reminds me of D&D with, quote, Hunger of Hadar, unquote. I'm not familiar with that. Hadar is the proper pronunciation, I guess. Okay. Kind of like radar, just, you know, with an H. Dr. Kosanov says, you open a gateway to the darkness between the stars, a region infested with unknown horrors. A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, centered on a point within range and lasting for the duration. This void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard from up to 30 feet away. Okay. Does not sound very pleasant. And then the void creates a warp in the fabric of space, and the area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage. So 2d6, that means that you have anywhere between 2 and 12 damage, right? So how much life points does a character usually have? Because, I mean, like, if they have, like, 100 health, I mean, like, 2d6 damage every turn. I mean, as long as you can get out fast enough, probably not so big of a thing. But if they only have, like, 30 health, I mean, that's, like, a lot. Here we go. We should be in a good orbit. Or, not orbit, but good position here. All right. Now for oxygen, all I have to do is stand here. And I get free oxygen. It's perfect. Doesn't make any sense, but it's perfect. Let's see. Dr. Kilsnip says, anyway, perfect for Bob, in space. HP depends on the class, race, and level. Right now, my Asimar, offspring of angel and human monk at level 3 has 36 HP. Okay, so it's like 12 HP per level or something? Or is it like you start off with 30 and then you go up to like 32, 36 or something like that, and then like your next one is going to be, I don't know, 42? Alright, so that looks just ominous, like just being up there. I mean, that is a big ship. That's a very big ship. And it's still not even complete yet, which is the crazy thing. Okay, so now I'm going to need to make something to hold the drill rig. Now, what I'm thinking I want to do for that is we'll have something. And I'm thinking we want this to be on something with a bit more strength, or I could make like a 45-degree kind of attachment point here. So that way it'll kind of give us a little bit more strength, I guess. Or instead of doing it like this, I could do a 2x1, which I think would look better. So that would go around that way. And then this would need to go like that. And then that would go there and go there. And then that can go there. Yeah, that's better, I think, right? Though I wonder if it would be better if I made this using these. The beams. I'm gonna try that. Let's see. Dr. Kosnov says, I love the ending of that spell though. LOL, ending your turn in that spell also means you have to avoid the milky, otherworldly tentacles rubbing against you. Right. I was trying to avoid saying that, but okay. Alright, so that should be good there, and then we're going to go with this here. That's not right. That's right, there we go. And then this goes to there, and then that goes into there. I think that makes more sense for a support beam here. Dr. Kilsnov says, for HP though, you also roll a dice. Type and amount of times rolled depends too on levels and class. but higher spells and abilities like that don't come up until you can more likely take the hit. All right, now from here, this is going to be interesting too, because I want this to go sort of like this, and then I want a 45 to go over here, but I feel like that's not going to make this thick enough. Let's see, Dr. Cosno says, sorry though, as I didn't realize you were trying to avoid saying the tentacle thing, it just made me laugh. But if you have more specific D&D questions, best person to ask is Carl. He's been a dungeon master for years now, I believe. Wow. I have never played. It's just, I don't know, just never really... I mean, I can make up situations like this, but as far as like role-playing it, like pretending that I am Captain Corsair or something like that, nah. That's not something that's in my wheelhouse to do. So what I'm trying to do here is to make this look sort of like a hook. All right. I have no idea how to make it do that. Because I mean, like, as soon as I go over here, like, that makes it like super thin, which I don't think is quite correct. But we'll just keep going. Maybe it'll look right once I actually get to where I need to get to. I mean, sort of there, I guess. Kind of like a scorpion's tail. All right, now that puts us at the edge, so I have to go in 2 more blocks, and then it'll be on the center block. So that means that I could potentially go in here like this one more time. And then maybe instead of that, we replace that with this. And then we can put the piston. This will be kind of like our main drill piston thing here. Now that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks of space between there and there. So let me put in another one, and we'll see what kind of space that leaves us. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should work. Oh, but I have to put a connector on here too. I just hit the O button. Does it? Oh, that's just my light. Oh no, that's my radar antenna. One of the two. Okay, so inventory. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. All right. So connector. Now for this, I kind of want to change this, because I mean we're gonna have to maintain the drill, right? So I'm thinking something like that. And then as far as what we can hold it there with, I kind of want to just like leave this here, but then I feel like there needs like to be like another support in between here, but I don't think I can do that in the way that I want to. You know, but that should bring us down directly into the middle with our little connector here. Oh, and I'm gonna need a rotor on here too. Wait, no, I won't. No, I won't. It's fine. All right. So then, so now we have to have a shaft piece in here, and then we have to put that shaft piece down, and we're basically, that's got to be a really, 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 really long shaft piece. And I feel like this needs to have like some additional holding support on there. So maybe we go with, I don't know, something like this. And then or we could go with like a half block. Do we have a half block in here? We do. There we go, half panel. And then that can go into there like that. And because it's got like all the bolts and stuff on there, I think that's probably what we want. And that can go in there like that. And then we'll throw this over here as well. Okay. Okay, so now, for the hard part, actually it shouldn't actually be too hard. We'll just build this very carefully. Now, that part is going to be kept tidy, but this part, as it, you know, will be stored away for however long until it's actually needed, probably will not need to be pristine. And then from here, we go into this. And we have another connector here. Now, the only thing is, this is going to have to get down far enough for this to actually be able to connect, which we might not be able to do with it as long as it is. So this first one, we might need to make this like the full shaft that goes all the way to the actual drill head. So we'll do that. Get rid of that, that, and that. All right. And then we'll go back over to here and hang on. I'm actually gonna redo this slightly as well. So let's go back to this, and then I want to use this because it has a bit more of a substantial back piece on there. And then we'll go into this around the edge. All right, now from here, we're probably going to want something like this on here. And the reason for that is because I want this to expand slightly. As it goes farther down. Because I mean it's going to be like a huge thing, right? Now this part in particular is not going to spin, but the part below this part will. And then for here, let's see. I'm going to go with the square pieces. And then we'll make this one, because this is now below our platform. Actually, this is probably going to have to go out a little bit more, so we'll make this go into that. And then this can be like this, and then it'll just kind of go all the way around. And yeah, we gotta get this piece on there too. And that can go there. That can go there. And actually, I kind of want to take this out and replace that with the actual rotor. Rotor. There we go. Now that'll stick this out just ever so slightly below this. So this will be kind of like a solid, I don't know, like mounting point or something. And then all I have to do is just get this thing connected. This is why I went for the square, because I know that it doesn't quite touch the edges on the sides, whereas the circle does. At least it gets pretty close to it. So I wanted to have that extra space in there. So that way, as you're looking through here, like you can actually see kind of the space in there. Okay, so that is going to be our drill head, or drill whatever part, main drill thing. Okay, so now that we have that, this has to connect. So this will connect. Good. Now that that is on, we can get rid of our little umbilical here. And then this can extend. That'll push the whole thing down. And it should be pretty sturdy, I think. And then in here is going to be the drill head. So that's going to be substantial. Okay, so now once we have that extended all the way out, what we want to do is then extend this out. And that'll connect onto here. And then I'll set this to auto lock. So as it gets close, it should just lock in place. Ooh, we gotta go forward a little bit more. Okay, so let's go 9.4. No, 9.65. There we go. Okay, so now that is locked in place, right? So with that, we can then disconnect this. So that would just be switch lock turn off. And then this thing could then retract. And then that holds it in place. That's gonna need more support, I think. Yeah, we're gonna have to put like another one like down here or something. Yeah, because there's gonna be a lot, and I mean a lot of weight on here. So I want to make sure that this thing doesn't go too crazy with that. But then from here, we would then have the next piece kind of get shoved in here. And that's going to be the part where it gets scary. And this is where Clank comes in, because If Clang is not with us, this was pretty much doomed to fail. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat this over here, if I can. So let me throw in another piston, and we'll put in like, no, actually, hang on, because that's going to depend on the shafts that we put in here, though, too. And if we don't put it in there exactly perfectly, we could hit this or whatever, and that would just be a bad day for everyone. Dr. Kolstanov says, what a better way to spend your birthday and end of the year than have the high stakes dance with Clang, right? It's not good for my heart, man. Alright, so I need this to go out to here. And then we'll just fill this in as well. I'm going to put another piston down here to hold on to this. We'll see if we can make it work at all. But I'm thinking I'm going to just reconnect this thing. So let's just reverse this. So you can imagine the mine operators who are doing all of this probably get paid very well because they have to dance with Clang. Is that gonna, ooh, okay, so that does cause a bit of an issue. Alright, so next thing I want to do before I actually do that is I want to make sure these are absolutely aligned before I do anything else. So we're going to throw a merge block on there, merge block on there, and let them make sure this is legit where it needs to be. And then this on, there we go. Okay, so that I know is 100%. So now if I connect this, it's not letting me switch the lock. Oh, right, because it's off. There we go. And then ready to lock. There we go. So now that I know that's good, that is downright terrifying. Alright, so now this can then turn off. So switch lock and then off. And then this can reverse. Yeah, it's moving a little bit. What if I were to turn the inertial tensor on here? Because this, like, other than moving outwards, like, we just want this to stay basically as straight as possible. And then I kind of want to decorate these, or color pattern these, in this. So you'll see that kind of through the beam blocks, and that'll give it just kind of like that extra layer of, you know, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so now that we've got that on there, let's go one more out over here. And then we're going to throw that on here as we did above. I'm going to go and recharge real quick. Now, I wonder, should I make this double-sided? You know, have that be kind of over there too? I'm thinking I should. and I think I just got an idea of what I could do to hold. Actually, I don't know if that would work. That's probably not going to work. But I do think I should make this double-sided, though. Just that way it looks a little bit more, I don't know, substantial, I guess. So let's do that. All right, so that is going to require this. And then that gets to go that way. And then that gets to go that way. Let me do another 2x1 downwards. Okay, and then a 45. Okay. And then another 2x1. All right. But we do have the monument to Clang over there, so maybe he will oversee our endeavor and decide that it is good enough for his favor. That is why I built the. That is quite literally why I built the monument to Clang over there, because I actually want this to work without breaking too terribly. Now, if it does break, because I have the bobs, it's not going to be so difficult to fix, but at the same time, I just don't want it to break. Okay, so that is our huge drill holder thing. We need to get these fixed and in place. Panel. Okay, so that can go here and also onto the other side. And then that one can go over to here. There. That should work, right? So does this look as ominous as I feel it is? And then we could do a light panel over here. And over here, because there just happens to be exactly one block of space, which was not planned, by the way. 251, 250, sorry, this one is 250. This one is 245. Radius, I think these only go out to 20, but we'll type in 50. There we go. And then intensity, we'll make that intensity like 1.5 because we do want to see a little bit, but not too much. All right, and then I can copy all of this because at least the copy on this works. And then we can put that over to there. Perfect. All right, so now the question becomes, how long do we make the sections in here? 4 blocks long will be an exact fit. I don't know if we're gonna have the space for that. I mean, we might be able to get that, but I'm kind of a little hesitant about that, I guess. Okay, so now I gotta figure out how to store the shafts, and then also I need to copy this, including the name, and then that'll be called the upper. This one will be called the lower. Okay, and then this maggot lower. Good. Good. All right, and then this one has to be renamed to upper. So the idea here is that we have both of these work in conjunction, and we get it to connect, and it should hold it in place a little bit better without so much rattling around. All right, and then that mag plate drill shaft. Let's see, upper. No, I don't wish to respawn. I wish to go into this and then delete all of it. So mag plate drill something. Lower. Drill shaft. Okay, mag plate drill shaft. Drill shaft. Lower. Okay. So hopefully that will work. And then that can turn on. I still think we want the auto lock to not go on. We want to tell it when we want it to lock. Also, this whole thing is not in the right place to block off. Dang it. Okay, well, whatever. Good. At least it's easy enough to fix, right? There we go. Okay, so those will be grouped together, and they'll move out at the same time. We'll connect them at the same time, and then auto lock is off. Good. So that way they'll move into position, and then we can tell them both to lock at the same time, and that should work better. All right, so now I need a little bit of support for that. Make it look a little bit more substantial. There we go. Maybe not the one on the end, but I can't really pick and choose there. Okay, so that is good there. I wish I knew like a script to take what is seen in a camera and display it onto an LCD. I think that would be really, really cool if we could actually get that. I'm sure it exists out there somewhere. I just have not heard of it. All right, so that should be good. And then with that, we probably don't need this in here. So let's get rid of this row of blocks. I don't know what I'm going to do in here yet, but we'll figure something out. Okay, so we've got that. We've got our drill shaft in here. Okay, so now we need the actual holding part of this whole thing, and that's... Okay, so I'm thinking we're going to run it this way. All right. Yeah, Yeah, I think that'll actually work, surprisingly. Okay, so we're gonna need, if I do like 4 shafts. Bear with me for a minute, I'm trying to work this out in my brain. How many shafts do you think we would need to get to the bottom here? Like probably a bunch, right? Now the other thing that I could do here is actually start building this out, which is going to be insane. Oh, and we're going to have to call that rotor or something. Let's see, rotor main drill head. All right. All right. Okay, so this whole thing here is going to be insane. Telling you already. Oh, crap. This has to be... we have to be able to send this stuff through here. So that's going to... Okay. Yeah, that would have been a bad idea not to have that on here after I finish building this. Okay, so then this... We're going to run out this way. And we're also going to run it out this way. And then this can get, oh, actually, let's not do that. Let's use this one. And I feel like we should probably make it go out to here. Now, this whole thing is going to be spinning, right? And once this gets out to where I'm comfortable with it, we're going to put another rotor on the bottom there, and we're going to have another one of these things below on each side. Those will also spin. And then the whole thing will spin, so it's just going to be a ridiculous amount of drills spinning. And the amount of speed that we're going to have to put this at is going to be very, 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 very slow. And I don't even know how far out I want this to go. But we're going to need another rotor on here. And then we're probably going to have to go with this. Or, no, let's do the 2x1. I think that'll look better. Okay, and then we're going to need another one of these, and then just the ton of drills on the end of this thing. So let's go make this a little bit more interesting. And drills. I mean, it depends on how big of an overall hole I want to make. And how wide I want this to go out. So if I had like 6 of these on each side, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And then, because this is going to need some amount of support, we'll go up to the 4th one on both sides, and we'll run this through here. And then we'll do the same thing in here. And then clapped around the end of this thing, I want some panels. Do I have like a middle armor panel centered? We do have one that's centered, but not centered in the right way. Okay, so then that's a no. Also, this should not be getting built. Alright. A drill is a smart block though, so that's why I was building it. Okay. Then this has to go over to here. Go. So, in case you guys were curious, this is going to be the biggest drill I have ever made before, ever, in Space Engineers. Another reason why we've got the monument to Clang over there overseeing our operation. Carl says, or sorry, Dr. Kosnov says the Clang Supreme. If you're suggesting that for the name of this drill, hell no. I do not want to invoke the Wrath of Clang on this. Okay. So that is our first drill head. And we're going to have another one of the same size out here, out there, out over there, and on the far side. Yeah. So this is going to have to go another 6 based off of what I've got going on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have to go up into this, and that will go down. And then we'll go back into here, and this has to go down 2. Actually, no, that just has to go down 1, and then we put in another one of these things, and then we go back into this to go all around on this side. I'm missing something. Oh, I need to have a rotor in here. So that needs to be a rotor. Okay. So all of this can then come out. That can come out. Okay, so rotor. Viking says, that is one hell of a drill and I love it. Also, I have to say I absolutely love the supports. Not many big drills have that in the Space Engineers, at least from what I have watched. Dr. Kosinov says, nah, not a name for the Clang-tastic build, it just seemed fitting. You're making me nervous over here, man, with all this talk of Clang. Alright, so with that, we'll do that, and, okay, so now that I have that, we can go back to this and throw these back in there. All right. Okay, so that's kind of what we got so far. I feel like I have to do, well, no, I can't, because that's the separation between the rotor here. This is terrifying. Rotor, central drill head. This is going to be insane. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that's all good there. I have to put in this on the end of every one. Rotor. Let's see what I have for iron. Hopefully we still have a lot. Yeah, 633,000. Okay, so that's pretty good. And I have to build more of these. Okay. All right, now before I project these things in here, I have to turn off the bobs. So I'll just try to put these all in kind of like the same place. And yeah, let me go adjust the bobs. Okay, bob off. Now, each of these projectors are going to have the same thing on there, so I need access to a control panel. Okay, so can I set all these to the same thing at the same time? I cannot. Okay. So, drill head. Hopefully that's fine. Keep the projection. And then blueprints, drill head. Keep the projection, blueprints, drill head, and keep the projection. All right. Oh. Oh. That's not going to work. Okay. Want to see something terrifying? Is that not terrifying? And then Control B, rename drill head. Yes. And then it's terrifying. Okay, so now that that was disconnected when I built it, it should recognize just that little tiny bit. So let's try this again. Okay. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Oh, right, and I have to tell it to keep, oh wait, it's already set to keep the projection, okay. Drill head. Okay. There we go. All right, so this just needs to update this ever so slightly. Oh, that's fine. That goes there. That goes there. Ooh, that's no good. This has to be extended out another block. Well, that was fun. Ah, crap. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Bobs aren't on to clean it up, so that's just going to be interesting. So that can go out one more, and then this whole thing needs to be taken apart. Of course, I can't place that if there are other things here, so I need to move some of this stuff. All right. Now, is that enough? No. Everyone drink. I hit the escape button by accident. Okay. So you need steel plate to place this. Okay, so then give me some steel plate. That's in the way, so we gotta get rid of that. No, sir, I need you to not be floating everywhere. Inventory full. Okay, so I think that is all of these things rebuilt. Let me turn the bobs on real quick so we can clean up. All right. Rotor, advanced rotor. Oh, whoops. Missed that rotor entirely. All right, now we need projector. So that will go there, and over here, and over here, and over here. All right. Okay, so all of these, I want them to keep the projection, but I can't do that until I give them a blueprint. Okay, that's fine. Keep the projection. Blueprints, drill head. Keep the projection. Oh, crap. That's building it already. See, that's why I need to turn off the bobs. Crap. Of course now, man, it's annoying. All right, bobs. You're very good at your job, but sometimes I just don't need you to go crazy with all of this stuff, you know what I mean? Alright, so we'll get rid of that, and then with that, we can then color this whole thing purple. And then, of course, this one also. And these ones I didn't set yet. Okay. Alright, so we'll turn the bobs on again. No, why are you... Wait, no, it is taking it apart, right? No, why are you building? Stop building. Stop building. I don't want you to build, sir. I want you to take all of that apart. Stop building. Okay, stop making the thing, okay, sir? Okay, are we good now? Are we okay now? All right, now let's turn the bobs off, get this thing aligned properly. Okay, so that's there. Okay, so that goes there, that goes there. Okay, that is properly set up for that one. All right, now you can turn back on, and then this is going to be there, that is going to be there, okay? Now I need to set up the other blueprints. Okay, so now these ones, blueprints, drill head, keep the projection, and then drill head. That one already says to keep the projection. Okay. This one does not have one. Okay, so drill head. And that one is good to go. Okay. So now we need to get this one aligned properly. Good. And then this one. Okay. Now that we have the adequate spacing in between the drill heads, that should be good. And now the bobs can have fun. Jesus, that was terrifying. There we go. You guys want to see what this is going to look like when it's actually moving? Dr. Kilsonov says, geez, that thing is just so large. GG on the design. Thank you, sir. I said this is like the biggest one that I've ever made before, so I definitely was not lying. But you guys want to see it moving, right? Of course you do. Everyone wants to see it moving. So if we make this move at a velocity of... Okay, so there's that one, right? And then this one can go also there. And honestly, we could probably make this go a little bit faster. So let's go up to 1 RPM. So 1 full revolution every minute. I think that is fitting. So each of these are spinning counter to each other. So that's kind of an interesting little tidbit there. And then we have the main rotor, which is here. And if we have that also spinning, that is what this drill head is going to look like as it's actually moving. And that is what we're going to use to drill out the ice. Now, the only thing is I think this one might have to spin counter to the other ones. So let me just, drop this down a little bit. It's putting a lot, I mean a lot of stress on all of this. Now, of course, that is going to have this one spinning at exactly the same speed, so it looks like it's not moving, even though it actually is moving, which is kind of crazy. So then this needs to go up to 2 meters per second. What the? I just hurt myself somehow? That scared the crap out of me. Heal quickly. Alright, now it looks like these things are not moving, so maybe making this thing spin counter was not what we wanted. Okay. Well, then we'll just have it slow down very, very slowly and spin the other way. Oh, there's nothing in there. I tried landing. That didn't work. Okay, so we'll just land. Or not. Sir? Can we just, like, land here? Thank you. Alright. Gonna increase this speed to 2 meters per second. And then we'll increase this one as well. There we go. Okay, and then we'll land on this one. And then we'll land on this one. So I feel like this one up here needs to slow down some. So let's drop this down to like 0.5. Maybe even down to 0.1. How would that look? Let's go like 0.25. So quarter the speed. I feel like these need to spin faster, actually. Alright, and then we'll go down to this one. Alright, and then we need to get this one updated as well. I think that should work, right? Maybe we should slow this down to like 0.1. Yeah, I think that's better. Dr. Gilsonov says, Le Banque. All right, so this is what our drill rig looks like. It is terrifying, but I think that's kind of what we're going for here. Yeah, it's just insane. Okay, so let's see. So that's at 2, right? So we'll probably want to go, let's see how far out. Can we go like all the way from here, corner to corner? Probably, right? I feel like I'm going to want something to go diagonally across here, but I don't think I can do that. So now that I have all of these big important drill heads on here, I have to get this part working. You think I would have gotten that done first, that way in case I messed up I didn't lose all of this stuff, but where's the fun in that, right? Okay, so rotors. Let's see, rotor, drill head 1. We'll copy that. Actually, copy that. 2, 3, 4. Good. Then we have the central drill head rotor, or main drill head, central drill head. Yeah, so central drill head is on the same as all of those. So these all have to be in the same group. And then we have the main drill head, and that is what controls everything else. So let's turn these back over to 0 slowly. Or we'll just do that, that's fine too, I guess. It's probably putting a lot of forces on everything, which is not great, but we just wanted to stop going for a little bit. Okay, so next, let's see, we're at 9:06. It's all right, I'll spend a little bit of extra time with you guys, as long as you're still willing to watch. Apparently I'm out of steel plate. Okay. I probably have a bunch of extra stuff that I don't need. Like 100 of those that I don't need. All right. Dutch Snow says, by the way, I texted Carl about your birthday since I assumed he'd want to know, but he's out of town. I assume he'll come in tomorrow and hit you up with something. Okay. I mean, as long as he's like, you know, pops in, says hi, I'm okay with that. That's all I need. Yeah, one thing I never do, really, and once again, this is just, you know, kid growing up, poor family, I never asked for anything for my birthday, and that's just because I knew we didn't have the money for anything, so. So I'm happy just getting a cake or, you know, a delicious dessert from Olive Garden. That's all I need. My dad actually gave me the perfect birthday present a couple of years ago, and it was a balloon, single balloon, one of those Mylar ones that says happy birthday, and a big bag of peanut M&Ms. And that was a perfect birthday gift. I was actually pretty happy with that. I think he probably feels bad about it because odds are he probably forgot. And someone reminded him, and he's like, oh, well, I better go get something. So he went to, I don't know, gas station or grocery store or something. But I don't know. It's the only dad I got, so I can't complain too much. All right, so that one is now done. Get some more energy. Okay, sir. Is not what I clicked on. Alright, good to go. Alright, let's get that last support in. And then we'll probably call the video, or the stream, I should say, at that point. But yeah, like, so nowadays, I mean, you know, did the whole military thing, got my college out of the way, got a good job, got my own house, my own car. So I don't, like, if I really wanted a birthday present, I would just buy it myself. So it's another reason why I don't ask anyone for anything, because honestly, I might be doing the best off in my entire family right now. So it seems like it would be a little selfish or greedy for me to ask for something from someone who has less ability to give it than I do. And so the other thing that I usually do during Christmas time is I'll send all of my families a card, and in that card is going to be $100, and that $100 basically pays for everyone's Christmas. So that way they can buy what they want for who they want, and they never have to worry about, you know, it breaking the bank or anything, because I got it covered. Let's see. Dutch Close Enough says, I grew up poor too. I think one year we could only afford a large sub sandwich on a large wooden plank. That plank was my playboard too. You make it work with what you have. Exactly. Viking says, don't forget to make a blueprint. Okay, so here's the issue with that, right? If I try to make a blueprint of this, I'm going to have to disconnect each of these drill heads, and I'm also going to have to disconnect it from here. Now, you saw how much this drifted. Well, the central one drifted when I disconnected it so I can make a blueprint there. So imagine that multiplied. So I'm happy enough with just the drill heads here having a blueprint. That's kind of all I need. And then, oh, I should probably leave that there until these are actually all the way built, which I think they kind of are. Oh, no, that one is still missing some. So yeah, I'll just give it a little bit more time, let them get fully built, and then I'll just replace that one pipe. But as far as the blueprint goes, it's not, this design right now is not so difficult that I wouldn't be able to replace it. Because I mean, if you think about like what this central axis is, it's just a bunch of conveyors, a bunch of these things, and you know, a rotor down there in the bottom. So there's nothing really too complicated about that. The drill heads, however, are a lot more complicated. But I mean, even then, if I had to remake those, I probably could. So I'm not really too worried about a blueprint. And then even if I tried to make a blueprint without disconnecting anything, all I would do is make a blueprint of this structure because it's the largest grid that's connected. And that's just kind of how the blueprints work. So that should be good. There is our drill head, which is insane and huge. And then imagine this running with all the drills. Dude, I don't even know if I'm going to have enough power for all of that. I mean, I should, but I don't know. I can't even really see in there. Oh, there we go. So yeah, it's at 41%. That's not bad. I think they start off at like 25. So we've definitely been charging them. So this thing has been doing its job. And you know, we'll build a couple more. Now, of course, this has the same issue to where this is a subgrid. So I could take a blueprint of this and then print that. But the rest of this I would have to build on its own because that's connected to this whole grid. And so it would try to take a picture. Yeah, it's just... like if I could set bounds, like bounds for the blueprint and like what it takes as a blueprint, that would be great. But I don't have that capability. Now, does Stationeers have the functionality to do so? Yes. They just have not done it. All right, so with that is going to be it for this video. In the next one, we're going to work on our part in here where it's, yeah, we got to put extra shafts in here. And I think I know how to do it so that way everything lines up perfectly. And I don't have to worry about, you know, things going too crazily out of control. And then also with this thing being, well, provided they both work at the same time and connect at the same time, that should give us enough stability on here to keep it from moving too much when we go and we change that out. So yeah, it's going to be fun. But that is going to be all that I have for this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. And once again, thank you all for joining me on my birthday. I do appreciate you all being here. And let's see, Viking says good night all. And good night to all of you as well. And if you like what you saw, come back tomorrow. We'll do it again, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time from Freedom Land. And that's all I got. Have a good one.